Right, folks, thanks again for coming down again for another year to pay our respects to the children that didn't come home the 2nd of January 1971. We've been doing this now for about 7 years, and yet again we've been joined by our friends from the Jimmy Johnstone Football Academy. They came down for a couple of reasons, just to pay common decency and respect. They've been friends with us since we started. But when Jim Simonetti was setting up the Jimmy Johnstone Academy years ago, Jimmy Johnstone was still alive, and he asked Jimmy to do a favour. Back in the day when Jimmy Johnstone was playing and you had two subs, traditionally teams would have number 12 and 14. But Celtic's tradition was to have number 12 and 13. But Jimmy Johnstone asked Jim Simonetti not to use number 13 in the Jimmy Johnstone Football Academy. And the reason for that was to pay respects to the disaster year 1971, which happened at Stairwell 13. So, bizarrely enough, the Jimmy Johnstone Football Academy actually paid tribute to this memorial every single time they take the field. And it's a great honour that they come here every year to pay tribute. So thank you very much for that. What we'll do is, we've got two of the guys from our oldest team. Connor here will read out in a few minutes the names and the ages of the children who never came home. 32 kids, 18 and under, didn't come home that day, and we'll pay tribute to them by reading out their names. Once that's done, Josh here, as our Sons of Struth Award nominee for the 08s this year, he'll lay the wreath on behalf of the club. And then our youngest team, the 2017s, they'll come forward with a small bouquet to lay that down. Once that's done, please observe a minute's silence. I'll let you know when that starts and finishes. And then once that's done, and if we can have a wee ripple of applause, just to show thanks for guests coming from Jimmy Johnstone and for these boys and the kids for taking part today. Okay, so thank you very much. And we'll go into Connor to read out the names.
John Jeffrey, 16. Russell Morgan, 14. Thomas Melville, 17. Walter Shields, 15. John Semple, 18. James Ray, 19. Thomas McRobbie, 17. Brian Hutchison, 16. Margaret Ferguson, 18. Peter Easton, 13. Brian Todd, 14. Ronald Payton, 14. George Wilson, 15. Thomas Grant, 16. David McGee, 14. Francis Nova, 16. Robert Garane, 13. Thomas Stirling, 16. Duncan McBreety, 17. Andrew Lindsay, 18. Robert Maxwell, 15. Richard Bark, 15. William Summerhill, 17. Ian Hunter, 14. Alexander Baugh, 16. Russell Malcolm, 16. Douglas Morris, 14. Mason Phillip, 15. Robert Cairns, 17. Nigel Pickup, 8. Robert Mulholland, 16. Donald Sutherland, 14.
Can we observe a minute's silence, please? Thank you. Come on, buddy.
Cheers.
Well done, John.